Dear students, the next type of reaction which we have carried out in liquid ammonia solvent is precipitation reaction. I think you have done plenty of precipitation reaction when you are in fourth semester while doing inorganic chemistry salt analysis. There, so formation of precipitation is the indication through which you can confirm the presence of metals, acid or basic radicals. When we come to basic radicals, if you have got precipitation only in liquid ammonia medium, so try to remember all those reaction. So now we are going to discuss some of the reaction which is not possible in aqueous medium, and that is possible in case of liquid ammonia medium. So this is a precipitation reaction which is taking place in case of water as solvent, that is when barium chloride react with silver nitrate. You know silver nitrate test. Okay, if you add silver nitrate to any chloride containing solution, immediately you will get white precipitate. This white precipitate is an insoluble compound, that is silver chloride, which is insoluble in water. That's why it is formed white precipitate. You know the meaning of precipitation and all. So here silver chloride, so it's insoluble in water, that's why it form white precipitate in aqueous medium. Let us see some of the reaction which are taking place in liquid ammonia medium, and this is also another reaction when potassium chloride react with silver nitrate, so it gives potassium nitrate and it gives silver chloride white precipitate. And in liquid ammonia, here two molecules of silver chloride react with barium nitrate, it gives silver nitrate and it gives barium chloride precipitate. Dear students, if I write downward arrow in front of the product, so it indicates the compound is undergo precipitation. And the silver chloride react with potassium nitrate, it gives silver nitrate and it gives potassium chloride. See this potassium chloride, barium chloride, these are all not soluble in liquid ammonia and they easily form precipitate. And the silver nitrate is soluble in ammonia. And this ammonium chloride, it's a white crystalline substance, you have seen it, react with sodium iodide, it gives sodium chloride plus ammonium iodide. Another important reaction is ammonium sulfide, this is S2 minus sulfide react with silver nitrate, it gives silver sulfide plus 2 molecules of ammonium nitrate. These are the precipitation reaction. Here silver sulfide form precipitate in liquid. These are all the reaction which are carried out in liquid ammonia as a solvent and they give precipitate. Ammonolysis, you know hydrolysis reaction. In all hydrolysis reaction, what we found is, see this H2O molecule, hydrolysis means breaking, undergo breaking, it is going to produce H plus ion and OH minus ion, and it's breaking as well as it is add up on to the other reactant in a reaction. This is called as hydrolysis reaction. Similarly, just like water, ammonia also undergo breaking and it is add up to a reactant. So let us see some of the reactions. So this is self dissociation of ammonia. When ammonia undergoes self dissociation, so it gives NH2 minus. So this is NH2 minus, it is in upper subscript, so this is called as amide, and NH4 plus, this is ammonium, IUM, ammonium, and NH2 minus, this is amide. So now let us see some of the reaction. So when chlorine gas passed or react with ammonia, it gives NH2Cl. It gives NH2Cl plus NH4Cl. These are two different chemicals. This is ammonium chloride, but this is chloramide, NH2 minus Cl plus here. So this is chloramide and this is ammonium chloride. You just observe here. This is chloramide. So this is ammonium NH4Cl minus NH4 plus Cl minus ammonium chloride, and this is chloramide. Cl plus, here chlorine undergo dissociation, it produces Cl minus and Cl plus, and the Cl minus combine Cl plus combine with this NH2 minus, it means chloramide and ammonium chloride. Another important reaction is phosphorus oxychloride, POCl3, is react with ammonia. It gives diamide, it gives phosphonyl, triamide. This is, there are 3 NH2, this is NH2 minus, so NH2 minus, so there are 3 amide are present, that's why this is phosphonyl. PO is called as phosphonyl triamide, and it gives 3 molecules of ammonium chloride, 3 NH4 plus and Cl minus. And similarly, silicon tetrachloride react with ammonia. This ammonia is undergo self dissociation. It's going to give NH2 minus. There are 4 NH2 minus. That's why this is tetraamide silicon, and it gives 4 molecules of ammonium chloride. And similarly, this is mercury chloride. Another reaction, mercury chloride react with 2 molecules of ammonia. It gives mercuric amide chloride plus ammonium chloride. Next, another important reaction is this MH, metallic hydride, that is sodium hydride. Dear students, whenever there is a general reaction in my discussion, you try to write the reaction by substituting metals, alkali metals. For example, MH, this reaction MH, metallic hydride, react with NH3, it gives amide, metallic amide, sodium amide, potassium amide, and it liberates hydrogen gas, metallic hydride. Just it is just similar to the top reactions of metal with ammonia. So there it gives metallic amide later, but in this case immediately it gives metallic amide and it release H2 gas. And metallic oxide, sodium oxide, potassium oxide react with this ammonia, 2 molecules of ammonia, it gives metallic amide and it gives water molecule. So these are the aminolysis. That means here ammonia molecule undergo breaking and add upon to reactant and to give a new molecule. So these are the example for aminolysis reactions. Next, proteolysis reactions. Proteolysis means some of the compounds like urea, acetamide and sulfonamide, which are not donating proton very easily in water, but they are going to donate proton very easily in case of liquid ammonia solvent. So proteolysis means the reaction which involves release of protons. So that's why, so these reactions, okay, under ammonia as a solvent, these compounds act as an acid. That's why in order to perform a titration of using urea, acetamide or sulfonamide, for example, you are going to estimate urea or acetamide or sulfonamide, there you should not use water as a solvent. Why? Because in that solvent they're not active, they're not going to release H plus ion. But instead of that, so while estimating urea or acetamide or sulfonamide by using volumetric analysis, we are going to use liquid ammonia as a solvent. So now let us see how these are going to be reactive and going to produce product. Let us take the first reaction. You know, urea, this is the first synthesized organic compound by Friedrich Höhler. So this urea, NH2, actually there C double bond O is present, C NH2CO NH2 react with NH3. So here, so in ammonia, in liquid ammonia medium, this NH2 group liberates one H plus ion and it becomes NH2 minus, and it becomes NH minus, and this H plus ion combine, because ammonia is a base, because it has lone pair of electron. This lone pair of electron attacks on this H plus ion and it becomes NH4 plus ion. So it is basic in nature, that's why it attacks proton, it becomes NH4 plus ion. Then so why it release proton? Because this liquid ammonia is a base, that's why it can easily abstract H plus ion. And another important reaction is acetamide. So this is urea. Acetamide means CH3CO NH2 react with okay, liquid in presence of liquid ammonia. So it is going to liberate proton and it become NH minus and NH4 plus. And similarly sulfonamide NH2SO2 NH2. So in the presence of ammonia it releases one H plus ion and this H plus ion is subtracted by this NH3 and it becomes NH4 plus and this sulfonamide becomes NH minus. One terminal NH2 becomes NH minus. These are the proteolysis reactions of reaction which has taken place in liquid ammonia medium. Next, another important reaction is complex formation. You know, coordination complex. So it involves ligand and metal ion. Here, these liquid ammonia medium, it form this complex. You just observe here, when zinc nitrate react with potassium amide, so it gives potassium nitrate plus zinc amide. It is insoluble molecule. Again, this zinc diamide react with excess potassium amide. It forms tetraamide. This is NH2. NH minus, you know, ligand. Ligand must be electron rich and metal ion electron deficient. It can coordinate a pair of electron to form a coordination bond, and it's a coordination complex. It's so of coordination number 4 because each amide donate 2 electron. There are 4 amide, that's why it's coordination number 4. So that's why it is tetraamide. Zinc 2 complex of oxidation state is +2. This is soluble. And another important complex is when sodium chloride react with calcium nitrate. Calcium nitrate with in the presence of liquid ammonia, it form coordination number 8 complex octa amino calcium octa amino calcium to chloride complex, and it gives sodium nitrate. So these are the complex formation reaction which are taking place in liquid ammonia. Dear students, liquid ammonia has lots of application over water. So whatever the reaction, some of the reaction which we are not carried out in aqueous medium, so we can carry out that by using ammonia. So we discussed complex formation reaction and metals. Okay, so alkali metals in liquid ammonia and its application in case of Birch reduction. So ammonolysis reaction we discussed, precipitation reaction we discussed. So go through more reactions, and if you have any doubt in this reaction, you can discuss with me, or you can put your doubts in WhatsApp group. In WhatsApp group, if you type your doubts, and immediately I will send the answer.